Welcome to another video brought to you by Danai's Electrical Services. In today's video, I will show you a video demonstration of how to change a single pole light switch. Okay, first I must warn you, it is very dangerous to work with electrical circuits. It is always recommended to get a trained and qualified electrician to work with electrical circuits. Okay, with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the first thing we will discuss is what are the tools that you need to change a light switch. Okay, the first thing you need is a flathead screwdriver. This is a flathead or terminal screwdriver, and you will also need a Phillips screwdriver. As you can notice, mine is a 2-in-1, so I have that and one screwdriver. Next thing, you will need a wire stripper. If you don't have a wire stripper like this, it's okay. A knife is fine. If you don't have a knife like this, a regular kitchen knife will also work. The next thing you'll need is a pliers, preferably a bird beak pliers. Okay guys, these are the main tools you will need to change an electrical light switch. The first thing you will need to do is to ensure that your circuit is power off. How will we do that? Well, if you have a circuit breaker finder, you can use the circuit breaker finder to find the specific breaker that light is on, right? So how this works is you screw this in the light circuit that you are changing the switch for, and then you'll use this device to find that breaker and turn it off. If you don't have any of these devices, don't worry. You can just turn off your main breaker, and that should kill the power in the entire home or the entire circuit that you're working on. So we're just going to do that. We're going to turn off the main breaker. So come with me. Okay, so this is our breaker panel right here. And this would be our main breaker. Your main breaker is normally at the top left in your breaker panel, and it is normally the breaker, it is normally the double pole breaker with the highest amperage. As you can see, this 50 amp double pole breaker is currently the one with the highest amperage, so it is our main breaker. It is currently in the on position, so you're just going to go ahead and turn it in the off position. So you can just go ahead and do that, and that will kill the circuit in our entire home or office or wherever you're working. Okay, so our main breaker is now off. What you want to do next is go ahead and double check to see if there is power still in the circuit. You can use a non-contact voltage tester to do that, but no worries if you don't have one of these. If your light was initially working, you can just turn it on, and if it is off, you know that your circuit is no longer energized. So we're going to go ahead and just change our light switch. So come with me. Okay, so this is our light switch that we are going to change. So the first thing you want to do is remove the switch cover. As you can see, this point currently holds 2 switches, and this is the one that we will change. We'll change the one to the left. So first we're going to go ahead and remove our switch cover. Our switch cover is now removed, so we're going to just remove our switch that we are going to change, which is this one right here. You will use the Phillips screwdriver to remove these switch. So my old switch is now removed, and I'm going to just show you a demonstration on my new switch quickly. Alright, so you're going to notice, if you can just come in a bit closer, you're going to notice that on your switch you have 3 points. This point, these 3 points right here. This point is for your ground, right, or earth, and then 1 point will be your source coming from your breaker, and 1 point will be your load going to your light receptacle, right? So which one is your line coming in and which one is your load going out? Well, this is a single pole switch, so it doesn't really matter. There is no wrong way to connect it. You can either connect the line here or here, and you can either connect the load here or here. Once you don't connect them both on the same point, right? Also, this is a metal box and the box is grounded. If you can see, the ground wire or the earth wire is connected to the box, so we don't have to connect it to our switch because our switch is also metal, and once it is screwed in, the switch will automatically be earthed. The next step is to identify which of these wires are your line coming in and which one is your load. As we see here, we see a red coming in and we see a black coming in. By assumption, we will say the red is our line and the black is our return, but you don't want to just make those assumptions just like that. Even though it would not cause any major problem, it is still necessary to identify them, because if you were changing a two-way switch, it will be necessary, so it is always better to know. What you can use to know which is your line and which is your load is, if it is safe to do so, you can power on your circuit and use a non-contact voltage tester. If you have one, you can use one and test. You see that this one is hot because it's showing the red sign and it is making a noise. No, it's not. Let me just turn it on. So that is a demonstration. If you don't have a non-contact voltage tester, you can just work with a color code. So normally red, brown or black would be your line coming in, right? And your return in most cases is normally yellow or blue. So I repeat, your line coming in is normally red, brown or black, and your return is normally yellow or sometimes blue. So you want to just go ahead now and remove the wires from your switch. Now is the time to use your knife and strip the wire. If your wire is already stripped like mine, now is the time to just use your pliers and twine your wire like this. And then you're going to bend it in a clockwise direction. I will tell you soon why we bend it in a clockwise direction. Also, if your wire is too long, you're going to cut it because you don't want it hanging over your screw too much. So we're going to get our new switch now, and we're going to, I like to put my, first I must tell you, the switch has an off and the on. The correct way to install the switch is that the off is not, or the on is not turned upside down. So you can just check it and see. I like to connect my line at the top, even though as I said it doesn't matter, and connect my load at the bottom. So the reason why you wrap the wire in a clockwise direction is because you also tightens your screw in a clockwise direction, and you don't want to wrap your wire in an anti-clockwise direction and then turn your screw in a clockwise direction, because that will mess up your wire. So we're just going to go ahead now and screw our new switch in. After we screw our new switch in, we're just going to go ahead and replace our switch cover. And you're going to use your terminal driver or your flathead screwdriver to tighten your switch cover. After you finish tightening your switch cover, you're going to turn your breaker back on, and then you will turn your switch on to see if your light is now working properly. And now our switch cover is back on, so we'll just go ahead and turn our breaker back on, and then we will turn our light on, and there you have it, guys. That is how you change a single pole switch in your home, office, or wherever. So this was another video brought to you by Danhaize Electrical Services, and for more videos like these, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, Danhaize Electrical Services. Thank you.